uncharted territory.
Like that, bro, that's unexpected. That's fucking unexpected. What the hell did they hear in that briefing?
My dream, my prayer for everybody in the region, and we do appreciate your time tonight, sir.
Well, thank you. And it's called Peace Through Strength. It's not a slogan. It's the most basic.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest.
The basic
something shifted
in a very unkind world.
Something shifted.
To be strong to protect freedom.
Ruben Gallego going beast mode. Top Democrats going beast mode. Something shifted in the Democratic Party's ass.
Some time, but it's not going to take years.
I think the top line Democrats are still hesitant.
Effort right now to achieve the peace that we all yearn and pray for, and I think together we'll achieve it.
Well, I pray you're right, Mr. Prime Minister, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
I think it's incredibly toxic to associate yourself with Benjamin Netanyahu right now. Okay. Honestly, all Dems should copy this messaging. Mr. Rubio admitted that what we all know. U.S. has entered a war of choice on behalf of Israel. There was never any so-called Iranian threat. Shedding both American and Iranian blood is thus on Israel firsters. American people deserve better and should take back their country. What is this? All right, this next trade is an honor. Everyone who gave their lives during Operation Base Cattle. Whoops, we got to suspend redemptions for a little bit. Thanks for your sacrifices or whatever. Here, this is what I'm talking about. Let me find the fucking tweet.
The United States and Israel conducted a...
Okay. Enough. I don't want to hear from Reza Pahlavi. I already saw the real Shah. We were already listening to the real Shah speak. Okay. Dude, look at this.
Let's also be clear. I've said before, I've said now, there was no imminent threat to the United States of America by the Iranians.
Bro, no, Ruben Gallego has been going crazy mode. I don't know where the fuck this came from. He has been going crazy mode. Straight up. Warner too.
A threat to Israel. We equate a threat to Israel as the equivalent of an imminent threat to the United States, then we are in uncharted territory.
Like that, bro, that's unexpected. That's fucking unexpected. What the hell did they hear in that briefing? Yeah, Ruben Gallego's done a bunch of fuck
our
shit.
Bombs were used. We have to reconcile why our bombs were used or Israeli bombs were used to kill children, young girls at a school, and what the imminent threat was. It hasn't been described. We have to.
I mean, he still goes, what's the imminent threat? It hasn't been described. Edgar Bethel says, I don't think that the left is prepared for how much liberal politicians are set to shift on these issues and how good they might sound on them by 2027. We shouldn't take for granted that any candidate of ours will enjoy a position as a lone truth teller. But that is evidence that the battle has been almost won on the issue, isn't it? I think it's pretty clear at this point that moral victories aren't nearly the same as the real thing. Yeah. Like, I don't want to hear from people going, oh, it's great. I'm not committed to AIPAC or, oh, this is Israel's war or whatever. If they don't fucking turn around and commit to decoupling from Israel, I want to see policy. That's why I want to hear motherfuckers call it what it is, a genocide, right? Like, these guys still are trying to find the appropriate message, and that's good. The fact that they are moving in our direction in their messaging is good. But if they don't actually turn around and say certain things because they're too afraid to say it, that means they're not actually about that lifestyle. They're just telling you what you want to hear. They're at least cognizant enough to know that the opinion of the majority is shifted. But I will say, I think Marco Rubio coming out and being like, we did this for Israel was not the best idea. And I agree with the sentiment expressed I agree with this take because Matt Iglesias was like, it feels like Trump administration is trying as hard as possible to maximize blowback on diaspora Jews for their own dubious choices and don't like it. And Matt Petty is absolutely correct on this. He says, I don't think they are playing 5D chess here. Most of the senior administration is in an information ecosystem where we did it for Israel is rewarded. You were also a part of this ecosystem until a few days ago when you suddenly caught up to the Democratic base. That's it. They literally came out and said, oh, this is for Israel. We did it for Israel because I think they think that their donors will like hearing that. They've always said that, and their donors have always liked it. And up until recently, this kind of statement was rewarded. This kind of sentiment was rewarded. People looked at this kind of thing and thought, oh, you're acting out our interest. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing, right? But what shifted is the popular sentiment. What shifted is the ground from underneath their feet, and they are oblivious. I know. I saw the Matt Walsh tweet. I talked about it. I covered it already. I covered it earlier. Matt Walsh is also probably pulling out a Daily Wire going forward, and he will look for an independent career for himself because there is no shot Ben Shapiro lets him get away with that. What is this? Have you seen what John Kurikow has said about you?
Hey, everybody. I wanted to say hi to all of the Hascord members and especially to all the regulators and monitors of the server. Remember, come to our spy training on Monday. Just kidding. Although, if there was spy training on Monday, I think you would really enjoy it. When I first started spy training, I was married to my first wife, who knew nothing about the CIA. She was a ballet teacher. She hated that I worked at the CIA. Well, in spy training, one of the first things they taught us was to wear disguises. And I did a full day of training, got home at like 10:30 at night. I was tired, and so I didn't take my disguise off. So I go into the house. She's up watching TV with our son, who was like 3, I think, at the time. And when I came up to the top of the stairs and she saw me, she screamed the most blood-curdling scream, grabbed the phone, dialed 911, and I said, wait a minute, it's me. Get the fuck out of here! And then she hangs up the phone, she bursts into tears, and she says, either you quit this job, or I want a divorce. So, we got divorced. And anyway, I'm better off for it. So, hey, thanks for your support. I hope you enjoy the videos and the shorts and the clips and all that stuff. And I hope all is good with you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hexit praised Israel as a capable partner and mocked all the other allies for not helping.
Missions as well, for which we are grateful.
What will it take? Like, I swear to God, these guys are literally going to come out and be like, we like Israel a lot more than you, quite frankly. I think all of you deserve death. All of you are being very anti-Semitic for all of your criticisms against the best country on the planet, which happens to be Israel, not the United States of America. And even if someone fucking turns around and goes like, what the fuck are you saying? That's insane. There will still be a bunch of like Vox.com article writers that'll be like, let's talk about the real anti-Semitism, which is calling into question the American allegiance with Israel. I do think they're just like stress testing the cattle theory in general. Like, I feel like they're trying to see like how much can we communicate to the MAGA base about how their sons are gonna die for Israel before they say, okay, I think this is kind of fucked up. Maybe I would like healthcare instead. That's what it is. It feels like Benjamin Netanyahu literally came out and was like, I love Donald Trump. He's given me my childhood wish. My childhood dream was to destroy Iran. Do you think liberal Zionism still sells? Liberal Zionism hasn't sold since October 7. It doesn't sell. Wait, is this supposed to be funny? What the fuck is this? Okay, well, you don't know who that is. But yes. If regime change comes from this, it's going to be in Bahrain. No, I think Saudi is moving their units into Bahrain to stamp out the protests. Not a Vox writer, but writing in the same annoying way. Oh, that's Park McDougal, dude, or whatever, however you say it. That's a tablet guy. I'm by no means an uncritical Trump admin booster. I just slavishly... Noah hates this fucking guy. It's so funny. I don't know anything about this person. The only reason why I know about him is because Noah Colwyn hates him so much. He has so much hatred in his heart for this guy. I'm by no means an uncritical admin booster, but I don't throw around TDS as an all-purpose insult, but the combination of establishment TDS and dooming subversion from the right-wing influencer sphere is creating a truly astounding amount of garbage analysis. MSM and alt media are amplifying each other's worst tendencies in a joint effort to meme a catastrophe into existence. Okay, I don't even care enough about this shit. Did you hear that Canada's Liberal Party infighting against Carney over his support for striking Iran? Good. Why is the Prime Minister of Israel going on TV to explain this war and not the President of the United States? I mean, okay, something shifted. Can you feel it? Do you feel like it's like these are the guys who would be like, we can't go on the HasanAbi broadcast because he's far too critical of Israel and people will call us anti-Semitic. Now they're saying the things I'm saying. Do you understand? Like that's not like, that's a regular ass lib, man. That's like a normal ass lib. That's not like a fucking radical. That's not even someone who's like United States Senator from Hawaii, Chief Deputy Whip, Brian Schatz. It's called validation. Enjoy it. I don't think it's not. Validation is not enough. I want results.
I'd like to hear more.
I want a forcible shift in American foreign policy, moving away from Israel. I want to punish Israel for its genocide. Bro, remember when people said Mearsheimer was anti-Semitic for writing the Israel lobby? Yeah. I mean, we've moved past that point. Mearsheimer has been getting more play already.
Go Democrat of Arizona. I'd like to hear more about your reaction to that line from Marco Rubio today, Mike Johnson, and some others, that this was essentially out of our hands, and so then we just kind of fell in line as a matter of course.
I mean, I guess we're not a world power anymore. You know, for me, I mean, look, I was in some pretty hard times during the war at a very young age.
Coalition of political forces of Iranian Kurdistan asked security forces in Iranian Kurdistan to defect from the remnants of the Islamic Republic and asked citizens in the region to stay away from the military and security sites for your own safety. I told you.
And it just drove me mad. The fact that these guys just went to war on somebody else's word. Nobody decided to say, hey, you know what is the best wishes of the men and women of my country first? Nobody decided to go to NATO and be like, guess what? Don't go to war. If you go to war, we're not going to give you the intelligence. We're not going to give you the support. We're not going to give you the bombs. All these things that you could have done. Instead, you say, you know what, we're going to go with you. And the thing that really pisses me off, to be honest, is like, I'm not that young. I remember Netanyahu coming to testify in Congress and advocating for us to invade Iraq, saying it was going to be a great result for the Middle East. So guess what? I'm seeing it again now, again and again. Men and women, young men and women, young American men and women are dying because of these idiots, right? These idiots that are just willing to sacrifice U.S. men, U.S. women without any real thought about what they're doing and what the consequences they're going to bring to these families. It's just I feel like I'm repeating, what I saw 20 years ago. I just don't really know what else to tell you.
Never mind, they're still doing this dog shit.
Country leaders doing, they're following Netanyahu, who has literally told us, he just told it on TV that he's been trying to do this for 47 years.
Never mind, maybe we're not beast mode territory.
I suffered the first attempt at this in 2005, and now America is suffering again because of it. There's a lot of ways that we could be supportive of Israel. There's a lot of ways that we could defend Israel's, existence.
There's no significant Kurdish faction that will go in Iran. PUK is with IRGC, and KDP has explicitly said they would never consider it. It's more probable to assume that SNA Turkish back brigade led by Abu Amsha, same mercenaries that have been used in Libya and later killings of Druze, Alawites, and Kurds. Turkey has already mentioned for weeks that they're preparing to move in if Iran is destabilized. Yeah, I think so too. No, I think I think they're going to, there are Kurdish militias both inside of Iran that they'll activate, and there are Kurdish militias in Iraq that they will send in. And then once there is like destabilization, they'll send in the Turks. They'll send in the Turks to fucking create a border area or something. That's what I think is going to happen. There's no significant Kurdish faction that will go in Iran. PK's IRGC. I think they will try to do their best. And then Kaya, what's up? Hello, lady. IRGC and Iranian army won't be pushovers, though. Dude, what are you talking about? They're going to have unlimited aerial support from America and Israel. They're just going to fucking strike anyone and everyone. That's not just like a regular militia at that point. They'll be utilizing the Kurds as like the popular forces on the ground. Come here. Kaya, place. No, place. Remember when you were in a good mood a couple days ago? Let that fuel you. It's hard. I'm not so sure it will play out easily, I think. I mean, we'll see. But the only way that like regime collapse completely happens is if there is actually a lot of real instability on the ground. So far all the anti-government groups have not really said much. There have been some instances where people have celebrated the Ayatollah's death, but like they're not doing mass mobilization. They're not trying to do like acts of terror. You know, senior Washington ABC reporter posted about you. Hasan Piker's popular Twitch stream will likely be a must-stop for 2028ers. Watching Dems try to figure out how to approach that will be something. Tom Steyer live on Hasan Piker stream says he was wrong to campaign against single player in 2020 when pressed by Piker. Steyer, a billionaire running for governor in California, says he opposes the billionaire tax due to specific issues, but backs a higher tax on the wealthy. There would need to be a force of 3 million plus to take over Iran. It's never going to happen. Brother, what are you talking about? It's not about taking over. It's not about taking over Iran. It's about causing chaos. Iran is not going to be Kurdistan, okay? That's not the goal here. The goal is not even to implement a different regime and keep Iran as a country intact.